Here we go, guys. We finally got the first episode of Dragon Ball Super, and holy shit, I'm pretty sure, like, the rest of you guys, like, just the internet exploded by, like, oh my god, first episode, like, coming out, like, I have to watch this immediately. Now, I'm gonna be straight up like that. Like, this definitely feels a lot more like the older Dragon Ball. Feels a lot more like the comedy based. Definitely, like, if you kind of like the way how it was going with like Battle of the Gods, or you like more the original Dragon Ball, then you prefer to see. This is what it more definitely feels like. Going straight into this, like, because this was just straight up, you know, kind of like it felt like an epilogue of like the original Z. Don't expect like you guys that love Z, oh, let's get straight into the fight, you know, let's go fight fucking Beerus and shit like that. It's like, no. It isn't anything like that from that. It was like, hey, this is kind of like what happened afterwards, like, after the whole Boo fight. And this is one thing to say, this happened after, you know, Boo. Like, none of that GT shit's happened yet, like that. And it's seemingly that it's going to do its own version of, like, Beerus and stuff like that. So there is no, like, Super Saiyan God, Super Saiyan God, Super Saiyan, none of that shit. It's, like, it's from its own part. And honestly, from what it was from this episode, I kind of enjoyed it. It was kind of like seeing like Goku dicking around. It's like, yeah, I'm just a fucking farmer now. Like, you can't be a superhero every day. It's like saving the world. It's like, this is what Goku does in his fucking off time. He's like, yo, I gotta make some meat, man. I gotta make some fucking money. Otherwise, the wife's gonna be bitching at me. And it's like, even he gets like these silly little chances to train on the fields and shit like that, breaks the fucking up. I mean, I knew already some of this already coming into like reading the first chapter of the Super manga, and they did change some like events here and there, but it was like most of it was like it's not as interesting as it sounds. Where it's like it was basically Trunks and Goten going around trying to find a marriage gift for like the Del and Gohan, like saying like, oh yeah, guess what we got? Fucking water, and they like beat up a snake. So you gotta see a little bit of action here and there. Like, I mean, it was fun. It is enjoyable, but I think a lot of people are gonna be misled. I felt a bit misled as well. I was thinking like, let's get straight into the action. Of course, that isn't gonna be like. I mean, the opening is fucking sick. I'll tell you that. The opening, and I think I like the ending a little bit more, but the ending is really good. Like, I both like them a lot. It's very hard for me to describe this because, you know, I'm not disappointed. Like, I definitely wanted action, don't get me wrong, and I know we are going to get it, but it's like, it's sort of nice just to not get, oh, here's the next foe, here's the next foe. I mean, we're going to have 100 episode of that. Just the preview is a little bit weird, like, the G are going on, like, vacation and stuff like that. It's like, it's a very weird thing. It's like, yeah, I don't know, like, maybe it's just me, like, picturing all the great battles of, like, you know, all Z. And mind you, the Z that I've watched in Kai, most of that was, you know, especially with the original Z, it had, like, a lot of, like, in-canon filler and, like, extended fights. So, you know, it's going to be, like, very interesting to see how this takes on. Honestly, for a first episode, if I'm keeping it as a review, as I'm keeping it, if it was just an episode on its own, not if I was a fanboy of the original Z, you get very much colorful cast. Like, I'm sure a lot of newcomers are going to be very interested in it. Like, comedy, probably from what they've heard, it's like, oh, this is a giant battle series and it's awesome. You're not really going to get that all in the first episode. It might take a little while. I mean, it's already been confirmed for 100 episodes, so you're going to get some stuff here and there. And I don't know. It honestly sounds like they're rewriting like a lot of stuff from Battle of Gods, which I hope not, because I love fucking Battle of Gods. I thought that was fucking awesome, man. So I'm looking forward to seeing what they're really gonna do, like with a lot more of it, especially those other gods as well, and like other stuff that are planning to do. But for me personally, I'd give it a 7. Like, I think it was a good episode. I got a chuckle here and there. I was really happy to see the old cast. I really liked the visuals. At first, I was like when I first heard, saw it on the preview track, I was a little bit, but it actually looked really good. Like, I'm actually surprised Toei put in the money, and I'm really looking forward to when they get into those actual battle scenes. That's going to look real good. But, yeah, straight up 7. I'll give it to that. I thought it was really enjoyable. I had a lot of fun. Not the greatest first episode in the world. I think everyone can agree with that. But even still, it was a nice kind of way to get into it. And like I said, this feels like this should have been the last episode of Z. Like, this is like, oh, after Boo, this is what happened. Like, Satan's, like, yucking it up with Boo. Like, Goku's on the fucking farms, like that. You know, take out all the stuff with, like, Beerus and all that. And it's like, that could have be like kind of the ending of the Z. It feels like it doesn't have to end on this giant epic note or hey, I'm going to fucking train again or some stuff. But this is what it feels like. But let me know in the comment section down below because I know a lot of you guys are very curious. And yes, I am gonna be doing this weekly. I don't give a fuck. It's Super. I don't give a shit if they're like fucking milking cows' tits on like some episode and all that. It's Dragon Ball. I gotta talk about it, and it's like I want to express my fucking passion for the series because you know I fucking love Z, and I really enjoyed the bits I've seen so far of the original Dragon Ball, and well, I had my fun with GT, but you know it's GT. But yeah, let's fucking I'm gonna enjoy this, and let me know in the comment section down below what did you guys think of this. But that's all from me. So thank you very much for watching as always, and I'll see you guys next time.